Hey guys, it's Kelly, Ambulance Girl 77, and this is my video response to Angie. She is My Fairy Treasures here on YouTube. My Fairy Treasures. And she is having a birthday challenge, and she asked that we do an altered paintbrush. So, I started with just an average paintbrush. I got it from Harbor Freight. It was like a couple bucks. I used a bigger one. I started with the paintbrush and went from there. This was definitely not the easiest challenge for me, so challenge was a great word. But anyway, the first thing I did was I kept like trying to manipulate the spray can of paint into doing like this really fine mist of spray, and so it looked like this kind of dewdrop effect, but it didn't dry that way. It looked great wet, but it didn't dry that way, so I ended up kind of changing that. So I, over the top of the, the coat of mist, I put an entire coat of pearl paint just so everything would sort of match, knowing that I was going to cover most of it anyway. So I did that, but you can still see the very bottom of the bristles, and that is on purpose. Then I took some scripty paper, some pattern paper. I ripped it all up and I embossed it all because embossing it makes it easier to go around curves and stuff. The only thing was as I was smoothing it down with the the gel medium stuff, the embossing is lost in that. So it was embossed, it's not embossed anymore. I don't think it matters. I did ink all the edges too, just so that I could get this very faint kind of aged look on it, because the ink sort of spreads around with the gel medium. I don't think that you would notice it if I didn't say it, but yeah, that's what I did. And then I took some lace that I have had for a very long time. This is some vintage lace I got at an estate sale years ago. And I wanted to use these patterns because they were so close and they went so well together, but they weren't long enough to be this wide. So what I did was I cut them down the center, and then I put it so I can get the height that I wanted. And then I just put them on, and then I put another piece of the top layer. I left it whole and then put it on the top so that it was more like layers of lace, like here's a layer, here's a layer, here's a layer, and then the same thing on that side. I did dye some seam binding, and let me grab the one that I used. I used this one. This is a Lindy Stampking, and this is the part of the Lemore Weber collection. This is Merci Beaucoup Mint. Like one spray in a Ziploc bag, and it did its thing. So I dyed some seam binding, I put it on here and made a big bow. I used some I Am Roses, I used some Wild Orchid Crafts. I painted these flowers because they were white, and I didn't really want the white on here because everything else is kind of creamy off-white, and the white was so stark that it sort of stood out. I think it would have been okay if it had been more like this one, kind of an off-white, but it wasn't. It was like bright solar white. So I used that same spray and just dipped my brush in the spray and, painted these little guys. Some more Wild Orchid Crafts Little Roses here. I used, I used some pearl sprays from the bridal section at Hobby Lobby. You know that I had to break out the feathers. If it's shabby chic, I'm breaking out the feathers. So that's here and here and here. I put this little loop on it so that she could hang it because she said she wants to hang them. And I also kept the back really flat because she said she wanted to hang it. So I wanted it to hang flat and not like all wonky by decorating the back. So that is it. And then the last thing is this is a piece from, it's from Hobby Lobby. It's in their like button select, or button area, I don't know. You know, every once in a while you'll see these go on sale. And that's what it is. It's a Sewology button from Hobby Lobby. It's just a giant one. And I think that's it. This is a piece that I wish that I could remember where I got this. This person, everybody goes to this lady's store, and I just can't remember the name, and I can't find the card. But I'm going to try, and I'm going to put it down in the description box if I can locate it. It's like right on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't get it. Anyway, so that is also what I got, what I used. And then, oh, I forgot this one. This is another one of those little Hobby Lobby buttons. And that is really it. That is my altered paintbrush. This is the second one because the first one was a hot mess and I threw it away. Just threw that thing away. And originally this one started going a direction of Christmas, and I was like, wait, stop, wait. She did not say anything about Christmas, so we revamped it, and this is what we got. So Angie, I hope you like your paintbrush. This is definitely a challenge, way out of my comfort area, but I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad I was able to participate. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and I will get with you and we can have some lunch, and I will get you your paintbrush. All right, I'll talk to everyone later. Have a great day. Bye.